George Oliver D.D. was an English cleric, schoolmaster, topographer and writer on Freemasonry. Life. He was eldest son of Samuel Oliver, rector of Lamley, Nottinghamshire, by Elizabeth, daughter of George Whitehead, of Blythe Spittal in the same county. He was born at Papelwick, Nottinghamshire, on the 5th of November 1782, and, after receiving a liberal education at Nottingham, he became in 1803 second master of Caister Grammar School. 6 years afterwards he was appointed to the headmastership of Grimsby Grammar School. Oliver was ordained deacon in 1813, and priest in 1814, and in July 1815 Bishop George Pretman Tomline collated him to the living of Clee, when his name was placed on the hoards of Trinity College, Cambridge, by Dr. Bailey, subdean of Lincoln and examining chaplain to the bishop as a 10-year man. In 1831 Bishop John Kay gave him the rectory of Scopwick, Lincolnshire, which he held till his death. A Lambeth degree of D.D. was conferred on him the 25th of July 1835. From 1834 to 1846 Oliver was perpetual curate of St. Peter's Collegiate Church, Wolverhampton. He was also domestic chaplain to Lord Kensington. He had been elected Deputy Provincial Grand Master of Masons for Lincolnshire in 1832, and in 1840 he was appointed an honorary member of the Grand Lodge of Massachusetts, with the rank of Deputy Grand Master. In 1846 the Lord Chancellor conferred on Oliver the rectory of South Highcombe, Lincolnshire, and he vacated the incumbency of Wolverhampton. In 1854 his voice began to fail, and, confiding the charge of his parishes to curates, he passed the remainder of his life in seclusion at Lincoln, though he died on the 3rd of March 1867. He was buried on the 7th, with Masonic rites, in the cemetery attached to the Church of St. Swithin. Works. Oliver's topographical and theological works are a vindication of the fundamental doctrines of Christianity against the attacks of deism and infidelity in a series of pastoral addresses. Great Grimsby. The Monumental Antiquities of Great Grimsby, an essay towards ascertaining its origin and ancient population, Hull, 1825. The History and Antiquities of the Conventual Church of St. James, Great Grimsby, Grimsby, 1829. The History and Antiquities of the Town and Minster of Beverley, in the County of York, with historical and descriptive sketches of the abbeys of Wotton and Mow, the convent of Hultemprise, the villages, and the hamlets comprised within the liberties of Beverley, Beverley, 1829. An historical and descriptive account of the Collegiate Church of Wolverhampton, in the county of Stafford, Wolverhampton. History of the Trinity Guild at Sleaford, with an account of its miracle plays, religious mysteries, and shows, as practiced in the 15th century, to which is added an appendix detailing the traditions which still prevail, and a description of the Lincoln pageants exhibited during the visit of King James to that city, Lincoln, 1837. Jacob's Ladder. The ascent to heaven plainly pointed out, in 18 Practical Addresses, London, 1845. An account of the religious houses formerly situated on the eastern side of the River Witham, London, 1846. The existing remains of the ancient Britons within a small district lying between Lincoln and Sleaford, London, 1846. Ye Bird of Gremy. An Apologue. Grimsby, 1866. A History of Grimsby. His Masonic works are The Antiquities of Freemasonry, comprising illustrations of the 5 grand periods of Masonry, for the creation of the world to the dedication of Solomon's Temple, London, 1823 and 1843. The Star in the East, 1825, new edition, 1842. Signs and Symbols illustrated and explained in a course of 12 lectures on Freemasonry. Grimsby, 1826. Reprinted London, 1837, and again 1857. The History of Initiation, comprising a detailed account of the rites, ceremonies, and c. of all the secret institutions of the ancient world. London, 1829 and 1841. The Theocratic Philosophy of Freemasonry. London, 1840 and 1856. History of Freemasonry, 1841. Brief History of the Whittam Lodge. Lincoln, London, 1841. Historical Landmarks and Other Evidences of Freemasonry. 2 vols. London, 1844-6. An Apology for the Freemasons. London, 1846. The Insignia of the Royal Archdegree, illustrated and explained. London, 1847. The Golden Remains of the Early Masonic Writers, illustrating the Institutes of the Order. 5 vols. London, 1847-50. Some account of the schism which took place during the last century among the free and accepted Masons in England, showing the presumed origin of the Royal Archdegree. 1847. A Mirror for the Johannite Masons. 1848. Institutes of Masonic Jurisprudence, being an exemplification of the English Book of Constitutions. London, 1849. Reprinted in 1859 and 1874. Book of the Lodge, or Officer's Manual. London, 1849. 2nd ed., to which was added A Century of Aphorisms. 1856. 3rd ed., 1864. 4th ed., 1879. The Symbol of Glory, showing the object and end of Freemasonry. London, 1850. Dictionary of Symbolical Masonry. 1853. The Revelations of a Square, exhibiting a graphic display of the sayings and doings of eminent free and accepted Masons. London, 1855. With curious engravings. Freemasons' Treasury. 1863. Papal Teachings in Freemasonry. 1866. The Origin of the Royal Arch Order of Masonry. 1867. The Pythagorean Triangle, or the Science of Numbers. 1875. Discrepancies of Freemasonry. 1875. Oliver also edited the 14th edition of Illustrations of Masonry by William Preston, bringing the history of Freemasonry down to 1829. London, 1829, 16th ed., 1840, 16th ed., 1849. Jonathan Ash's Masonic Manual, 1843, and again 1870, and William Hutchinson's Spirit of Masonry, 1843. He reprinted a candid disquisition of the principles and practices of the most ancient and honorable society of free and accepted Masons by Wellens Calcott. Plays by Oliver were put on, anonymously, by the theatre manager Joseph Smedley, another Freemason family. Oliver married in 1805 Mary Ann, youngest daughter of Thomas Beverley, by whom he left 5 children.